Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to a special Friday night session where I'm coming on to finish donations and free readings from the earlier session. And thank you guys for your patience in me returning. There is no chat in this one because I'm not taking any new requests. This is just completing out the previous ones. But I will be back tomorrow morning and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for more free readings if you'd like to join me then. After I'm done here, I will post a comment and pin it listing the order in which the donations, the readings were completed. We will start off with a couple donations first that I did not get to, and then we'll jump into the free readings. So let me just bring these things over. All right. So, Sun and Moon, thank you so much. I know we ran out of time to finish out yours. So, you wanted to find out additional information about this individual that you're going to meet in living out your passion, right? You want to say when the person comes in and any insight as to who they are. So, when really has to do with your energy, right? The sooner that you get out living your passion, the sooner you meet them because you guys draw, uh, to each other. So it can be, it could be this week. If you are going to go live your passion, it can happen. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, again, yeah, the bottom of the deck, the Three of Pentacles, which is about going and being creative and doing something unique to yourself there. And yep, the Five of Swords is the conflict between the head and the heart, and even have the Five of Wands on the bottom. So it is transformative energy that comes in with these. So you definitely want to you know the sooner that you can get out of your head and allow your heart to go and experience and have those passions expressed, the sooner you meet them. Let's take a look here too. Any insight as to who they are? All right. Okay. They are someone new that you don't know yet. That's definitely here too. And I see that because you've got both the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So new passion, new interest that comes in. And I like it. I mean, they are the Knight of Cups, and you can even see here that we've got the Empress, and here comes the Knight of Cups to offer love to the Empress. So, it is someone who has these energies of seeking love, seeking inner love, but I like this feel about them, because I feel like they are very nurturing, and so they can be maybe an earth sign, but they have water too. So there's this beautiful balance of earth and water energy that they have, which creates mud, which is what you can build things out of, right? But I like this energy, creative, self-expressive. And that makes total sense too, with because you got the Three of Pentacles about being true to your authentic self, and that's also creativity and creation, that they also are that. So, you know, with whatever this is, artistry of some sort, or whatever this passion is about creating things, that's what's important for it there. But they are a Knight of Cups, so they are, um, this gal. What is it? What is it that knights are? The gallant? No. You know what I'm trying to say, though. Knights have this, way of dignity and gallantry and, um, honor. And so I really like this. Just a really well-rounded person, but they're grounded, but they have passion, which brings them, I feel, kind of a lot of artistry with them. So I don't know, whatever it is that you're going to go to creatively, that's where you meet them. and then you're just like, wow. So I like it because you guys do bond in that way. So hopefully that helps and gives you a little more about that sun and moon. So that's what they have. So many blessings. All right. And then Moonlight 5, you are up. And thank you again for your donation. And let me just move some stuff around here. So you wanted to know, so you said you originally, I saw you kind of asked, will your relationship ever be good? Should you stay or should you go? Will he ever drop his ego ride? Let's take a look. See what spirit has, what kind of advice they have. There's no shoulds from the spirits realm. They usually just say, every the world is just we have choices with different experiences. So we can take a look here. First, if is your relationship ever be like you know, to where you are okay with it, right? Where you accept it, right? So we'll take a look here and see what it says here. So I just need to check it, make sure there's not an emergency. Okay. Okay, we're good. So let's take a look here. Will you ever be content with your relationship, right? Because that's really what it is, right? I mean, a relationship being good or bad has to do with us, right? Our choices, the way we're looking at things. And you have the king and the queen of wands, so there is this divine counterpart, energy that's coming in there. And you have the moon card too, which is hidden and unknown. So it has a lot to do with what we're about to talk about with these other things here, because there is this divineness, this mirroring. You guys are of the same fire that's coming in here. So it has the capacity to be, the unknown is like there's possibilities of things out there. So if you stay, we'll pull a card here, and if you go, we'll pull a card here. We'll see what energies come with staying and going so that you can see which is more up your alley. So if you stay, you do have mental this is like mental stability and mind at rest. So there is peace that does come. If you go, then there's a lot of passion, a lot of energy, a lot of movement that happens here as well. So, I feel like, um, either way, it feels like, you can have a good relationship. And if you go, then there's a lot of fire, a lot of heat in your life. I don't feel like it's like negative. I just feel like there's a lot of activity, a lot of movement, a lot of fire. So you would find other passion in your life. Will he ever drop his ego ride? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about that here. Because that's where this is where the mutual fire is, right? We have the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck regarding that question. And this is the fire. This is what's below the surface. Yeah. We've got, you know, even the Knight of Wands, the passion, the drive, the ambition, the fieriness of who they are. But it comes down to the Seven of Swords is what of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets steal from them or thieve opportunities, deceive themselves. And the Justice card shows with this Ace of Swords over here and the scales, whoops, the scales that they have right here, that they can look into their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, the fears that they have. When we look at will they ever drop their ego, we will have an ego our entire lives that we have humanity. What happens though, excuse me, got wheezing going on here. Making a little pipe noises, sorry. there's this the ego when it has beliefs related to fear, then it acts on those beliefs. It it only we only every human only does the best they can with what they know at the moment. And when we learn new things, then we can act differently. But if we don't learn new things, then we continue acting the way we are. So it does show here that they do have the capacity to change and evolve, but so do you. The whole thing with when we're looking at other people, they're our mirror. I know, I hated it when I heard that. I'm like, what do you mean? You know, so when I'm looking and going, that idiot over there, they're like, look at how many fingers are pointing back at you. And I'm like, oh, what? And then Spirit just showed me my thoughts about judging other people and things are idiotic. Because they're like, you think that's helping? Well, then it's not really smart. You know, it would like they showed me, in a gentle way, of course, to look at, the mirror that I see in others and how does that exist in myself some way, somehow, right? And so we can see like where does my ego exist in the situation with them? What fears do I have about the situation? Because everyone has their human fears until we question them and transform them, like with that justice card. So there is possibility that they will, but us attacking each other doesn't help because if I'm attacking someone, that means I'm in fear, which then might ignite them into fear. And if we're both in fear, we're just 2-year-olds battling, nothing gets done. But if we learn to communicate and learn to open up to one another, then, there's this great awareness and we grow together. And then the ego gets satisfied with the higher vibration instead of being fed by fear and lower vibration. We're feeding it unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, higher vibration. It raises and that changes the relationship. But if we keep existing and doing the same things we have always done, we're going to get what we've always have gotten, right? So I can change and the other person can change, but I can't change them. I can only work on changing myself. And as I change, suddenly my outside world changes too. And things that used to irritate the heck out of me don't anymore. And we're able to conversate, right? So hopefully that helps. But that's what they have for you, Moonlight 5. So many blessings to you. That was it for the couple donations that I had. So thank you guys for your patience in getting to those. And then we left off for the free readings with Crystal Day. So you wanted whatever comes out. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know right now. All right. So you have the 5 of Pentacles coming in. This is a great transformative energy because it is all about, the energy of being left behind, being left out in the cold, abandoned, lack, And we do experience those uh, from our past when we were depending on those humans to bring us our sustenance and care for us. But as we know, when a human goes into fight or flight mode, they become a 2-year-old and they become very self-preserving. Yeah, that's a good word. Um, who they'll pull back and abandon people and take back what they've given for survival, right? Because they're like, I'm out of control. I feel unsafe. I need to do whatever. And so that's when we experience the abandonment feelings that we get, you know. But there's also a transformative energy with the 5 of Pentacles. And I don't know, did you get this earlier? Because this feels familiar, but there is this, seeing that it's creator and spirit that bring our sustenance in each moment, not humans. They're just the shipping company that bring things to us at times. Sometimes creator doesn't even need that, but we've always had everything we've needed in each moment. Otherwise, we'd be dead right now. But since we're watching the video, we're either ghosts or we're humans, and the creator has done a great job and is trustworthy, not only bringing us what we need, but also bringing us other wants in our lives throughout our lives. But there is this change of not depending and thinking that it's humans that bring us things, but it's the creator. And so I have like a saying that I read almost every morning. I didn't this morning. It's over there. I forgot. But it's the middleman does not bring me my abundance or my needs, the creator does, the ethereal, the divine does. I ask of it and no one else. And there's freedom in that. There's trustworthiness in that, whereas with humans, you're like, oh, it's a crapshoot. But with creator, it's like, I can trust you guys. And so I ask of you. And then boom, we have abundance that comes in because we're not limiting it and expecting it from humans. We're asking of creator going, you go for it. You know the best way. I trust you. And they will. So that's what's coming in for you, Crystal Day. So many blessings to you. And then JJJ, you want to know if we are that similar, why does she get to have J but not me? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. So if you are similar to another individual, then why does someone else get them but not you? All right. Alrighty, what does Spirit want you to know around this question here? What do they want you to know? All right. So, with the Queen of Pentacles, even though we may be on the same on the outside, on the inside with the Five of Swords, we can have all sorts of struggles and all sorts of battling between our head and our heart that, happens. And, when we look at, why does one person get someone and we don't? There's this trusting, that everything is unfolding perfectly in this world. There's no accidents, there's no oopsies, from the creator and from the spirit world. Everything unfolds according to our energy, according to our fate, and we can trust that. If someone is with someone else, then we can trust that there's a reason why we're being spared. If you've ever heard of this country song, Thank God for Unanswered Prayers, even though, what is it, Jay? And to have Jay, even though Jay may seem like amazing and wonderful and they're who I want to be with forever and ever and ever and ever. Well, there's a reason why you're not, and it's not because you're less than, it's not because you're unworthy. It's because creator and spirit and your soul have different plans for you. They have some other type of relationship for you. And before you came down here, I know it may be hard to believe, but all three of you decided at this point in my life, this is what is going to be going on. And we're going to be together and you're going to see us so that you can experience and face these fears that you have around worth and around unworthiness. And it will bring up triggers, it'll bring up things for you to see so that you can question them, transform them into something more higher wisdom, higher vibration, so that you can move forward. And the person that you will end up with, Jay, will shadow in comparison to this person. So just know that, it's happening on purpose, but it's designed for you to face some stuff so that when you meet this other person, you're not at the vibration you are now. You're at an even higher vibration. So you have a different type of relationship. Otherwise, if you do and you meet this new person now, then you would end up having a lower vibrational relationship that has to do with fights and deceit and anger and all those delicious things we just love in a relationship, right? So, just trust and know that it is happening for you. If you were Byron Katie, it's wonderful. If you ever have a chance to check out her YouTube channel or even her website at thework.com, she has this thing, you know, and it just blew my mind the first I heard it. It makes so much sense. How do you know that this is supposed to happen? I don't know why, because it's happening. What? If If it wasn't supposed to be happening, then it wouldn't be. And it's just like, wow, it's so simple, but it's so true. If you were supposed to be together, you would be, but you're not. So you're not supposed to be. So you can accept it and go, okay, there's a reason this is happening for me. The situation is not happening to you, it's happening for you. So you can go, okay, what am I learning about myself through this that I can release so that I can move forward and meet this Prince Charming that's down the road, or Princess Charming, whoever, down the road. So I like it. All right, hang in there, JJJ. All right, so many blessings. And then Danielle Pena, you are up. Will the checks you're waiting for come in tomorrow? All right, let's take a look here. All right. It doesn't look like they come in tomorrow. They might come in the day after. Yeah. You got the Temperance, which is patience and waiting. The first card I got, though, was the Two of Swords, which was like, I felt like 2 days. And then they get the Five of Cups, which is the transformation of emotion from feeling down to excited. But yeah, and Five of Swords, which is conflict. But so I don't feel like they come in tomorrow. I feel like they'll come in the day after. So whatever the mailing day after is, then that's when you receive them. All right. So that's what's coming in there. I know. The check's in the mail. All right. Hang in there, my dear. Many blessings to you. Right. And then Mika Khan, will your plan of 700K be successful? All right. Let's take a look here. I'm just going to shuffle these up here. Just got to refresh the energy here. Okay. So will your plan of 700K be successful? All right. With the, you got the Hierophant, and then also the Four of Cups. It's emotional stability, but the Hierophant is about seeing things from a different perspective in a way. It's about, um, your soul inviting you to see a capital T truth, see things differently, and see things from a higher perspective, a different perspective. And so I feel like your plan will be successful, but it just needs some tweaking. You just kind of step back and see it from a different perspective, because I feel like if you'll do it from a place of emotional stability, like, just take some deep breaths, calm, step back, that you get clarity around some things that can make it more successful. So I feel like there is a positiveness here, and it does take time. You got the Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving night, but it is the night of money and abundance. So I feel like it takes time and it will be successful. I feel like it just has some tweaking that needs to be done with it. Right? So that's what they have for you, Mika. So many blessings. And then Silent Victory. Hello, hello. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing good. You could get a reading for next week. Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what we have going on here. All right. All right. Yeah, you do have some choices here with energy, because you have the 10 of Wands, which is like to evaluate where you're investing all of your energy, what you're doing, where it's going, all of that type of thing. And the Two of Wands is about choice, right? So, there's this awareness that comes in of going, okay, inventory of where am I investing all my energy? Let me just write it all down. And you see, you have 10 things, let's say in this case, 10 things that you're working on. Well, when you have 10 things to work on, you only have so much energy. So everything can only go ahead one space. But if you zero these down to maybe even like, let's say one, then one thing can move 10 spaces ahead because of the energy you're able to do it. And there's a wisdom that comes in when we realize some things that sound and feel and are demanding, saying, I'm urgent, aren't important. And even though they might be urgent, they're not important. So we can go, well, bye, it can fall away. It cannot be done. It's like, well, it has to be done by noon today, or you don't get it. You're like, well, that's fine. I'm okay without it. It's not important. Then there's one less thing on your plate, right? You're sorting the urgent and the important, and you're prioritizing the importantly urgent ones, and then the important things, and then the urgent, unimportant things, bottom of the list, and it can probably be cut off of the list, right? So I feel that's what they want you to know next week is just to be very aware of where you're investing your energy, what's coming in, where it's all being spent, so that you can, you know, invest your energy in a more productive way for you towards your dreams. And so you can really understand what your priorities are. Sometimes we get into this thing, everything's important, and it's like, not everything is important. We can get clarity and go, no, you were saying you're important, but you're not. You lie. All right. So that's what's coming in, Silent Victory. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we got Nat coming in. So Nat, you want to know who has a crush on you? Let's take a look here. Who currently has a crush on you? All right. What's someone here who recognizes your creativity and for you being true to your authentic self? Let's see, is it someone you know that you know about? Well, it's the King of Wands. So it is someone who is fiery, is a passionate kind of person, an entrepreneur type of person, very independent, very um passionate, but not someone who's like a little chihuahua around humping everyone's leg. That's my saying for today. They're very controlled, but very passionate person, passionate about life and about other things. Um, I feel like you know them, and because they're telling me that whenever you've been around them, they've always been very, you know, excited and vibrant and happy, and that's kind of their personality. So it's hard to tell that it's, interest in you because they have this, kind of hugely outgoing personality, and even kind of like a fire sign does, Aries and Leos and Sagittarians, they have this energy about them that attract people to them, and they're very outgoing and usually good looking too. So I feel like there's this, energy, and they have a crush, but they haven't mentioned it at all um, yet. But I feel like that they will eventually, but they're just not fast to. Which is good, right? They're not just going around flirting with everyone and saying, "I have a crush on you" to everyone. They're very the King of Wands, unlike the Knight of Wands, is very, um, tamed. Not tamed, that's not such a good word, but it's, um, I don't know the word that I'm looking for, but it's, very much, not calm is not a good word either. They just, bridled is a good word. So they're bridled where it's like a wild horse, but they've bridled where, you wouldn't know that it's wild until they take off the bridle, and then you're like, "Wow." Uh, so they're not out there everywhere just jumping into things. It's like it they're very selective is a good way to say it too. Okay. All right, so that's what's coming in, Nat. Hopefully that helps you know who that is. All right. So many blessings. And then Ateshi Singh, you are up. So will you hear positive news from the company you applied to? All right, let's take a look here. Will they receive? What do you want them to know about this job here? Okay. What else? Okay. Just trying to get an answer here. I don't know if you guys have been seeing a lot of things out of the corner of your eyes lately, but I've been seeing a ton. I'm just waiting for you guys to watch me freak out because there's an entity that appears next to me. Whoa! Well, you see, you got the Knight of Wands, which is the fastest moving knight. I feel like you're gonna hear very quickly from them. The Emperor, is this energy of, they rule over all the kings. It's Aries, it's new beginnings, it's new energies, and it's about you choosing. And so I feel like they will call and offer you the position. It's just a matter if you want it or not. And the Emperor just kind of has this little side note of, are you doing what you're wanting to do? Or are you applying for jobs that you feel that other people would want you to apply for? Because this Emperor energy feels like you're maybe settling, that you're trying to do something that, okay, this is what people would want me to do, but it's not necessarily what you want to do. So you can, accept this position. Don't feel like you'll stay there forever. If you do, I feel like it's going to get boring because I feel like you're been heading into this I don't know, this part in your life where you feel like you're existing and you're not living. And this emperor is like getting tired of listening to everyone else and ready to rule their own kingdom. So you're getting to the point of like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. So that's what's coming in for you right now, Ateshi. I like it. Many blessings. Right. And then Minahil, you want to know, is your future spouse from a different city or the same city? Well, let's take a look here and see what Spirit's willing to tell you here. Are they from the same city? No. Ace of Pentacles is a new location, a different location. So it's not from your city. They're from a different city. Now, let me see. Are they moving into your city? I don't know. With the Justice card, this feels more like they're figuring things out. The Ace of Swords is them cutting away things, balancing things in their life. So I feel like, I don't know, are they going to be in the justice system? Are they going to be, moving because of a job? Because I feel like they're from a different city, but yeah, here's the Magician card. So there is movement, there is action that's coming in here. So I feel like they are moving to your city because they're restarting their life, and so they're moving from one coming into your city. But they're not from your city, but they will be moving to your city. All right, so that's what they have. Many heals, so many blessings to you. And then Daisy, Daisy, Daisy. Hey, hey, hey. So you have one more week left of classes. How fast these semesters go. Also, your mother hinted on us moving soon, so you're excited. Should you consider making your own merch with your art on it? All right, let's take a look here. So, well, good. Congratulations on another semester. Excited for your move. And let's take a look here. Is it for your highest experience? Of course, Spirit, there's no shoulds. There's just if you do, there's different choices with that result in different experiences. So, what would happen if you made your own merchandise with art on it is what we're looking for here. All right. You got this calling from spirit here, your higher self calling down to your human self. And the Eight of Wands is a lot of movement and a lot of energy that comes in here. So, I feel like if you will channel your higher calling, right? And connect to, you know, sharing, do it from your heart, right? When we do it from our mind, trying to create income, trying to blah, 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 right? There's not a whole lot of energy behind it. But when we do something from our heart, we're sharing from our heart, then there's different results, right? And if you do that, then they're like, yeah, do that, but don't do it for like, I'm doing a merchandise because I want to make money and be famous and blah blah blah. That's when we get down to the why of where we're doing it. There's this thing. In fact, I read this earlier for someone else, and it just is so fitting because I just need to memorize it. It's from Eckhart Tolle, who says, "You are present when what you're doing is not primarily a means to an end, meaning money, prestige, or winning, but fulfilling in itself, when there is joy and aliveness in what you do." And that is what I'm talking about. That's what spirit is wanting to communicate, is if you do it that way, boom, it's beautiful, and they encourage you. If you're doing it for the other ways, then it's like, no, it's going to be empty. So there you go, Daisy Daisy. That's what they have for you. So good seeing you. Many blessings to you. And then Panay Na Guru Diary in Mozambique, Africa. Hello, hello. You want to know, what does the future lie for you when it comes to love and abundance? All right, let's take a look here and see what they want you to know about love and abundance. Let's take a look here. Well, for love, you do have the Ace of Wands. And so there is new passion that's coming your way here in the near future. Abundance, you got the Moon card here, which abundance is there is this energy of the unknown, the unseen. And, a lot of this both has to do with your Ace of Wands. We talk about energy a lot on this channel because it's such an important piece of our lives. Whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And if we focus in on, wanting, missing, you know, um, what we fear will come in or not come in, won't leave, will leave our lives. What we hate, we grow that, we draw it to us. The wanting isn't obtaining what we're wanting. The wanting is, we focus on wanting, we get more wanting and more wanting and more wanting, but not receiving. Same with missing. I focus on what I feel is missing in my life, missing in my life, missing in my life. I'm telling the universe, I enjoy missing things. Can you have me miss more? But when we switch it up and we start on gratitude, we start focusing on what we do want in our lives, what we do have in our lives, on joy, laughter, um, unconditional love, that draws in things that matches that energy, because like attracts like. So, when it comes to the future, this unknown, the moon energy, is like, it so much depends on your energy. What you're drawing on, what you're focusing on, right? So if you can step into that and really embrace, like, wherever I point this magic wand is what grows, realizing, okay, what am I saying with my energy, what I want to grow, then you can have this abundance. You can have love come in even sooner. I feel like love is going to come your way either way, but it'll come in faster if you change your love vibration to that higher as well. Because when we're lower vibration, fears and all that stuff, it drags things out, slows things down. When we move and raise our love vibration, it speeds things up and it brings things to us sooner as well. So I like that for you. So hopefully that helps, Panay. Many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. And then Danny, baby, you are up next. Whoops, let me just move this over here. There we go. You want to know, what's the future outcome of this connection with R the Aries? Let's take a look here. What's the future outcome with R the Aries? All right. Well, you do have the Aries card coming in here with the Emperor. So it does appear here. I mean, you've got both the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups coming in. So there is this pursuit of love between the two of you here. And they this is the quest for the chalice, the Holy Grail, and here's the Holy Grail being offered. So I do feel like there is this, love connection that does develop between the two of you here. And with the Knight of Cups, the Knight is a faster moving night. It's not the fastest, which is the Knight of Wands, but between that and the Knight of Pentacles, definitely faster. So I feel like it's coming in more sooner than later. The Emperor card is that they're making decisions. They're trying to determine what they want in their lives. They're trying just to clear out everyone else's opinions, and then they make a plan and they move on it. So I feel like it won't be too far away in the future with all that energy. Right? So that's what they have for you, Danny baby. So many blessings to you. And then Durka. Hello, hello. So tell me about your future spouse. All right. So you want to know about your future spouse. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. Well, they're very independent here with the Nine of Pentacles. I like this combination because the Ten of Swords represents not someone who's dead. They were exhausted from trying to live up to everyone else's expectations and supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's. And they grew tired of it. And this Nine of Pentacles is that they, turned into themselves and found, I'm going to do what I want to do, and release themselves from having everyone live up to their expectations, but also free themselves. So very independent, not a rebel. They're just very solid based, and like financially independent. It just feels very um, free. They don't worry a whole lot about what people think. They live their life according to what they would like, and they're not a douchebag about it. They're just you know confident in who they want to be. They're not arrogant. They just know that they tried to please everyone all the time, and they saw how exhausting and beneficial it was for them. They can never make anyone happy 100%. And they're like, well, I'm going to live my life then. And so they do that. There's this confidence that comes in with that. So that's one little piece of who they are, Durka. So hopefully that helps. Many blessings to you. All right. And then me, ME, you are up. Not me. I'm not doing a reading for myself. So you wanted to know if it was John or Don who had done something that you're questioning. All right. Let's pull a card for John. Nope, none of those. We'll pull a card each for John and one for Don and see what energy comes in. So that's John and that's Don. Let's see what we have here. All right. John, we got the full card, which is a beautiful new beginnings, free of things. Don got it's like, here comes the lightning bolt. So I would say out of those two cards that it seems like, the zero card is, with the full card, it's someone who's innocent. It's our soul. It's the beginning of the birthing of the journey, the untainted. And then we have the Tower card, which is uh destruction, and it's almost like they're being lit up. That's them. So I feel like it was Don would have been the one that would have been done something that you're questioning out of those two. All right. So that's what they have for you, me. So many blessings to you. All right. And then lastly, we got Mars. So Mars, sorry that you missed your last live. Um, I saw that you had put a question where you said that like something like the question is on the donation, but I didn't see any donation anywhere. So I was like, I didn't know what question to ask. So I'm glad you came back on. So reading on Donovan. All right. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about Donovan. Okay, what else? Yep, none of those. Is that just one card? All right, looks like it's just one card. Well, you got the Ten of Pentacles, which is about success and joy and It's one of my partnership cards because, of course, there's 2 people there with a child and the dogs and the ancestry with the old man and the palace and the pentacles and the whole shebang. On the bottom of the deck, we also have the Ace of Cups coming in here. So there is this energy of togetherness and fullness. And I mean, if you're looking for a romance with this individual, I feel like it's fullness and there's great possibilities with this. New love and partnership that comes in with this. So definitely great energies coming in there. Um, yeah, I mean, you have the Queen of Cups. Oh, we have Queen of Cups and Nine of Cups, which is dreams come true. The Queen of Cups tells me to trust your gut and trust your intuition. There's some deep emotion below the surface that if you're like, I'm not sure what's going on, trust your gut. Trust this understanding that you have that's coming up there. So, because I feel like um, you're being really intuitive, and that's what Spirit's saying with that is trust your gut. So I like that, Mars. Hopefully that helps a little bit there. And that's the last reading I have for this session on the makeup one from earlier. So thank you guys for your patience and getting to the donations I didn't have in the free readings. I will be back tomorrow and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So until I see you guys again, remember every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So as soon as I end here, I will post a comment listing the order in which these readings were completed. Until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world. Until then, much love. You hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.